Good evening, family. What up, y'all?
Atlanta, I want to tell y'all did that with these snow that
Good evening, family. Toy with the T in the building. I need just 1 second, you guys. All right, we're about to get into these business topics. Please forgive me. I've had some technical difficulties, you guys. All right, so it was communicate with key messages. It was really hard for me to get online actually. All right, I had some issues with my camera. I haven't been today. You mentioned that a young lady. Okay, wait, we're not gonna do that right now. Like I said, it took me a minute to actually get on because I didn't have my cameras. But thank you for joining me, y'all. Listen, we're about to be talking about everything business. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and get my other device going. If y'all want to go ahead and grab your pens and papers, we about to get into the business. All right, you guys. Now keep in mind everything you're not probably not gonna be able to keep up with. Okay, but a pen and paper is going to be handy. And of course, I want to go ahead and take y'all on this journey with me because there's a couple of things that we want to learn about growing our businesses. All right, you guys, thank you for joining me. Coach T in the building, aka Toy with the T. I am your business bestie, you guys. All right. I am here to teach you everything you need to know about business. All right. So if you want to start your own business, that's what I'm here for, and those are the things we're going to be talking about today. All right, now of course you guys know that for the last 90 days I have been taking on a social media challenge. Okay, so it started in October, and my goal basically was to learn the aerodynamics of social media. All right. For those of you that know that my background is in food management. So, of course, when it comes to leadership and things of that nature, I'm really big on that and customer service. However, I decided to take a journey off and do my own thing and decide to partake in some social media growing as well as drop shipping, things of that nature. And I've learned a lot. So what I decided to do is I decided to come back, share this information with you all, so that way we all can do what we say is eat. All right. So if you're thinking about starting your own business, creating different streams of revenue, then I'm the girl that's for you. All right. Now, for those of you that probably know me from the Facebook side, you already know I'm everything business, Toy with the T. And for the most part, you're used to my Tea Room show where I talk about different things about the community, and I'm very opinionated. Well, I decided to go ahead and figure out how to niche it down. And my job is being your business bestie. All right. Because I feel like there is a calling on us to begin to become entrepreneurs. And I'm here to provide you with the basic information that you need before you start your businesses. All right, you guys. So go ahead and grab your pens and papers. We're going to go over some basics. All right. As we plan on starting our businesses in 2025. All right, whether you are working for someone or you're not, either way you go, these are the steps that you're going to have to take when it comes to starting your business. And these are going to be things that we should probably be starting right away if we want to become um, brand owners and entrepreneurs. All right, so first things first, we need to figure out what industry is going to be the most profitable, you guys. All right. So listen, if there is anything that we're geared on doing, we want to make money, right? And the thing we don't want to do is we don't want to continue to waste more time. Jay Powell has welcome. We don't want to continue to waste time. All right, when it comes to making money. All right, but we have to understand that in order to make money, we need multiple streams of revenue. Right? If you are working, that's one stream. However, when we start to indulge in other streams of revenue, right, then we at that point know that we need to create other ways. All right. And in creating other ways, we're going to talk about drop shipping and we're going to talk about affiliate sales, right? Getting sales by commission. Okay. So most people who aren't on the TikTok side, welcome my TikTok family. We understand that the TikTok shop, which it's looking really good for TikTok at this moment. So the TikTok shop is a way that you can sell and make a commission. All right. But you know, Coach T is not all about that, right? Coach T is about how we're going to make sure that you're going to maximize how much money you're going to make and not have everyone else make more money than us. All right. So this is what I'm here to teach you. All right. So at the end of the day, we need to figure out exactly what industry we're going to embark in. That's where we look at a niche. All right. There are a few industries that if we invest in these industries, if we decide to get up under these niches, this is how we make money. All right. So again, don't do it backwards like me. I'm not here for that. Our goal is to make sure that we do it and we maximize exactly what we do, right? So, for instance, on TikTok, one of the ways that we monetize, right? We monetize by niching down. However, we do know that there are ways that we can monetize our social media, right? Without having a niche. It still has to be a catching topic. It has to be a topic that people want to hear, right? So, the other day, for instance, the video, my viral video, what I should have done is I should have added an item to that viral video. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and redo that video and then add items that can accommodate that video. All right. But when it comes to branding, we still want to remember that the same way we operate our social media platform is by making sure whatever platform we're on, people need to know that it's us. All right. Let's talk about branding our business. Right. When it comes to operating on any platform, that platform, you know that platform's logo. Right. So once you create your name for your business, right, you need to go ahead and make sure that your name is available. You don't want to be getting anyone else's name. Right. This is where our paperwork come in. So listen, if you are looking at starting your business, go ahead and Google the name of your business. If you type in your name on Google and that business comes up, you know that that business name is taken. Thank you for the love. All right. If you type that in on Google, that name is not taken, you can then now apply for your EIN number. Listen, you guys, I try to explain it to you all of the time. Getting your EIN number is like, imagine your business as a baby. All right. Your business is your baby. This is something that you are going to invest into because you want to take control of your financial future, right? So, as we begin on our way on our entrepreneurial journey, we have to first and foremost understand how much trust in God it takes for you to start your own business. All right. And I know that in this season, God is calling for a lot of us to start our own businesses. But the tremendous amount of faith that it takes for us to start our own business means that we are totally trusting in God to be able to provide in the things that we are. Again, we are the product. Listen, we cannot continue to work for other individuals, right? And think that they are going to see our worth and our value. We have to see our value. And in this season, I believe, right, we are being called to start our own businesses. So this is why we are venturing out in different opportunities because we no longer want to go to work for someone and we don't see our value. So if you feel yourself in this season, the need to start your own business, listen, this is God sent just for you. My babies are here. Wait a minute. I got babies here. Oh my God. Hey! I got makeup on my face. You sick, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, I need it. Yeah. Gosh. Okay, I'm in class right now, but I'll be down soon. There's some fish and some salad downstairs. Sorry, y'all. Babies is in the building. But listen, all right? These are the steps we're taking to start our businesses this year. We're not going to wait. We're going to start with step number one. Like I said, your business is going to be your baby. All right, we're going to take baby steps. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our business social security number. We're going to get our baby social security number. So once you have your baby name, you should be looking up that baby name on Google, making sure that that baby's name, see if they say us, welcome, making sure that your baby's name is available. All right. If you type your business, which is your baby's name, in on Google, then you know it's not available. And we need to figure out how we're going to change that. Okay. After you have your name, you need to figure out how you're going to operate. Listen, there's no need in operating. If you're going to start a brand new business, there's no need in operating as a sole proprietor unless you are not serious about moving your business to the next level. Okay. However, if you haven't made $600, right? You're not really obligated to get these credentials, but these are the steps you want to make because you want to solidify your business. All right. So we're talking about this year, every month, we're going to take steps to actually starting that business that we were talking about. All right. So you have your business name. That's step number one, right? Your business name should equal to your niche. All right. So your business is going to, the top five niches, right? We know that relationships is a top niche, right? So if you're a relationship expert, a psychologist, a counselor, anything of that nature, if that's your business, then you're going to be branding yourself, right? Maybe it's health and fitness, right? There are a lot of health and fitness people. If health and fitness is what you want to do, then again, you need to figure out how you're going to operate. Are you going to brand yourself? If you're going to brand yourself, there's steps to doing that. You need to know how to brand yourself. You do not want to brand your personal name. All right. You do not want to take financial responsibility for the things that you represent when it comes into certain industries, and health and wellness is one of them, but you still need to know how to operate it as a business. Okay, that's another one. Cooking. All right. Are you doing things in cooking? These are the top niches that people typically utilize, right, when it comes to making money. But we're going to learn how to create multiple streams of revenue. If you guys were like me, right, you're frustrated. Oh my God, it's so much. You know, you want to create different streams of revenue, but you don't know how. That's what I'm here for. All right. Whether you're an author, a publisher, or whatever it is, there are steps in order for us to become successful. And again, a lot of us have not been putting in the steps to be successful. And if we haven't been doing that, then we can't be mad about the positions that we're in. All right. So, first and foremost, we need our business name. We need our EIN number. Remember, your EIN number is totally free. Your EIN number is totally free. All right. You go to irs.gov, you go put in your EIN, apply for your EIN number. It's totally free. That is your business social security number. Remember, we need to look at our business as our baby. Okay, we're going to have to feed it, we're going to have to nurture it, we're going to have to take care of it along the way in order for X amount of years down the line this business to take care of us, right? We need to look at our business just like we look at children. We have to nurture it, we have to invest in it, we have to do right by it in order for it to pay back for us. All right, so going to work for other people businesses, those days are over. We're moving forward and working for ourselves at this point, right? So that doesn't mean quit your job. That's not what that means. But if you have quit your job, if you don't have a job, these are steps that we can start taking today for virtually starting our businesses for under $100. All right. Look at your budget being $100 a month, $25 a week to commit to your business this year. No longer waiting. All right. The same way that we go and work for them is the same way we have to dedicate 30 minutes to an hour back into our own selves. All right, you guys. All right, so $25 a week is what you're going to commit to yourselves. Your EIN number is first, your business name. All right, you don't have to get your LLC at this point. We still got time. Why? Because we haven't made Notion. If you haven't started collecting money, then there's no big rush, right, for that LLC just yet, right? But that first lump sum check of $600 that you should get, this is what you get your credentials with. We're not going to make money off of this business and then go spend it on something else, right? When you make money off of your business, it goes back into your business, right? So when we commit to $25 a week, the $25 a week is to committing to getting your credentials because you want to solidify your business. All right, this is my next second thing that I preach the most that we need about our businesses, right? When we operate our brands, right, our brands need a home, right? Every brand has a home. Now either you have a standalone location or you have a online location. Every brand has a home, and just like we're experiencing things with TikTok right now, the location can't get closed if you don't own your own location. All right, so the reason why we invest into a website is because we know that we are going to utilize this hub as our home, a place for us to be able to get on to social media and say, hey, you can find me here. Y'all know how God says God bless a child with his own? Right. If you had your own website, right? Every time we come onto social media, we should be building our brands, right? We should not, if we're brand building, we should not be building our brand and coming on getting entertained. We should be coming on saying, hey, this is my brand, this is who I am, this is what I have to offer, and you can go find me at coacht.org. All right, and I will be completing my website today, right? But you can find me on all social media. This is the bad habit about us being found on all social media. Do we understand that when we're on other people's social media, we're on their website, and when we're on their website, they have total and sole control of our intellectual property? Do we understand that? Right? So when we do not have that website, when we do not have our own home, and we come on to all of these different platforms, these platforms now possess ownership, right? Because we say accept to their terms. We say accept to their terms, and when we accept their terms, they now have part of our intellectual property. And if they were to promote our property and get paid more than us, there would be nothing we would do in a court of law, because they actually own our intellectual property. Why is that? Because we don't have our home to operate out of, right? So again, my job here is to make sure that we develop multiple streams of revenue, and we don't need a middleman, right? Every brand that we look at, they don't have a middleman. Mr. McDonald's, Mr. Dell, Mr. Microsoft, right? Who we got right now? Elon, TikTok, right? All of these people had a brand, they built it, and people are flocking, right? We are gaming, we're aiming to do the same thing. Okay. Now, let's look at how long it took for TikTok to become $40 billion, right? Let's look at the work it takes. Are we willing to take and put in that kind of work to get these results, is what we need to ask ourselves, right? So now that we have our business name, now that we have our EIN number, right? Your EIN number is your business social security number. You get your EIN number free. It costs nothing. The same way we go play on these apps, right? The same way we come and we play on social media, we have to take 15, 20 minutes out of our day and say, hey, let me go ahead and legitimize my brand, right? Create that logo. That's $25 a week, right? Create that logo, legitimize my brand. It's free to get your EIN number, but it's getting the ball rolling, right? If you're an artist, this works for you too. If you're an artist, we need to understand that you are the brand. Okay? You are the brand. Without us, these apps do not work. Without us, these apps do not make money, right? Without us, these sneaker companies do not grow, right? So we have to understand our power. And once we start to utilize that power for us, then we can start to get a piece of the pie too. All right. And that's the mindset that we working in 2025. All right. So you got your business name, you got your EIN number. Now you're right. Let's go ahead and say that we're at the amount, right, where we have enough to get our LLC. Okay. Now, there are different ways that you can apply for your LLC. All right. Do you want to be an S Corp? Do you want to be a C Corp? Right. Maybe you even want to be a 501c3, right? Regardless of what your profession is, when it comes to registering whatever it is, all right, you have a way you can do that when it comes to filing your taxes on IRS. All right. So once you figure out how you're going to file, that's going to be the next most important step to getting your LLC. You're going to get your LLC with the Secretary of State. All right. And again, if you guys don't have pen and paper, feel free to, you can swing on over to my link tree. All right. There's a link tree that you can go to where you can grab this. You can go ahead and drop it down below that you want a copy of that ebook. I will send you the link. All right, the ebook will talk about everything we have. I will send you the link. The link is on Amazon. All of my ebooks are on Amazon, and every thing that I've learned so far, everything that I've experienced so far, I've put into an ebook to help you. And again, it's a $10 ebook, but the difference is that you have me here with you to personally coach you every day as we grow our businesses together. All right, because I've actually started several businesses, right? And because I've always allowed work to outdo the business, right? This is the opportunity that we're gonna utilize to let work maintain the work, and we're not gonna continue to thrive off of doing other people's businesses. All right. So once you have your LLC, for me, I typically like an S cup or LC because I like to get multiple people involved. So I typically go in the S corp kind of way. All right. Once I get my S corp, keep in mind whatever city, county that you're in, you do need a business license. All right. A business license. Oh my God, gorgeous. You remind me of a young Whoopi Goldberg. A young Whoopi Goldberg. Get them out of here. Where my moderators at? Get her out of here, please. I don't need the compliment, but thank you. Um, but yeah, no. So listen, we're all about it's a compliment. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So at the end of the day, right, when it comes to starting our businesses, you need your EIN number, you need your LLC, you need your name. If you do not check your name on Google when you go to apply for your LLC and you go to enter in that name, you will at that point see that your name is taken. All right. At the end of the day, yeah, I know that's because I had dinner. That's the fish. That's the fish in the salad that I was eating. And I dropped it on my shirt. That's where I got the stains from. A home cooked dinner, might I add. Thank you very much. I appreciate that though. I appreciate that. Typically, my thing be like when people point stuff out, maybe you could wash it for me. You want to wash it for me real quick? But yeah, I know I saw them because I was eating dinner. That's why I got stains. And when I was eating dinner, I said, let me come on here and teach. But I appreciate you. But Ebony, you want to report her for me? But at any rate, but at any rate, again, starting our businesses is going to be key in 2025, right? So once you get your LLC, you still going to need your business license because whatever city or state that you are in is going to be exactly where you're going to be operating, right? So you're going to have to make sure that you're even eligible. Maybe you're opening something big. Maybe you're opening something that has to do with alcohol. Maybe you're doing something that has to do, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, who knows, depending on what your business is, it's going to have to be zoned for it. All right. It's going to have to be zoned for it. All right. So when you get your business license, this is going to be another key indicator. All right. Now let's talk about how much you're supposed to claim. All right. As you start your business, let's just say that you don't have a main location. Listen, your first 3 years, if you make any money under this business, you have to file it on your taxes. You're going to have to file that money on your taxes. All right, you guys. So if you make any money under this business, you're going to have to file it. And then you're also going to have to file all of your expenses. All right. So that means anything that you put into the business, you're eligible if you've paid out the right amount of taxes. Right. You could be eligible for a refund. So typically, your first 3 years, if you are working and you're starting a business, right? And you are claiming your business, typically you can get a refund your first 3 years in operations. All right, because typically the IRS is going to say, hey, you're supposed to pay X amount of dollars out already in your taxes, right? And I always pay extra. Hey, my love, welcome, right? I always pay extra. And then when I file my business, typically all of my expenses, right? Your expenses are if you're using gas for your business, if you got um pay parking for your business, if you get dinner for your business, if you buy equipment, right? Your website, your marketing, your flyers, right? Anything that you do that has to pertain with your business, that's an expense. All right. And typically when you're able to file that at the end of the year, you're able to claim all of your expenses at the end of the year on your taxes. All right. So once you're able to file all of your taxes at the end of the year, typically your first 3 years, you get some type of a refund. All right. Now, after your first 3 years, typically you're not going to get a refund because if you're not profiting in a business after your first 3 years, they're going to say that that's not a business, right? Now that's a hobby. All right. And this is where typically when we start our own businesses, we do a lot of hats. And this is where we get burnt out, right? Because you cannot be the manager as well as the owner, as well as the accountant, as well as the bookkeeper, And when we open up our businesses, we play a number of different roles because we don't actually understand. Dr. Zena, I'm about to inform you your BBL surgery will come in tomorrow. Where are y'all coming from? I don't need a BBL. I don't want a BBL, but thank you, Dr. Zena. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Dr. Zena, but I'm not the BBL type. I'd rather just do some squats and grow my own butt. But I thank you. I appreciate that. All right. See, even with that, have we seen some of the businesses who have opened up as surgeons, right? And they say that they come as surgeons, and even as surgeons, they're not legit surgeons, and then they wound up getting in trouble a long time ago because when it comes to open up a business, it's about following those forms. If you follow those forms, that means you're a legit business. And again, it isn't until right people find out later on down the line that you're not legit to perform those services that you yourself actually is in trouble because you violated your own contract rules. All right. So again, as we start our businesses, you get your LLC, you get your business license, you got your EIN number. You need to make sure you have a business bank account. And wherever you are in that area, that's where you're opening up your business. You need to interact with those people. I used to talk with you guys before about indulging your chamber of commerce. A chamber of commerce is typically a place where your large businesses, they're going to indulge with the community. Why? Because the community is who patronizes your business. All right. Now, typically on social media, right, companies don't wear emotions, right? So companies don't really look at how they feel when it comes to actually shopping with a vendor, right? But we still need to understand that customer service is important because as a company, right, you need to have a good and productive relationship with that company and some type of customer service when it comes to wanting them to sell or purchase or indulge in your product, which is something that we are probably lacking on in 2025. But we need to understand that the reason why a person purchases from your business is because they like you. And when they like you, they're typically going to purchase from you, right? That's one of the things that we noticed about the TikTok shop or even or any affiliate program, right? When it comes to marketing, the number one way that people like to market is by word of mouth. Why? Because word of mouth is I tell a friend, you tell a friend, everybody tell a friend, and all these people wind up buying. Well, it kind of works the same way on social media because when we go and we work as affiliate marketers, people see what we have to offer, right? And they make purchases. All right. So all of these things are definitely what we're going to have by the time we get to the $600 mark. Right. Once you make $600, we have to understand that if it took $600 to start that business, right, then typically what you invested that business would be typically what you got back. All right. So now once you have all of that, y'all know me, I'm all about making sure you got multiple streams of revenue. So like I said, I'm going to tell you to get a website. I'm going to tell you to get a website. All right, you getting a website means that you are going to have a place to drive traffic, regardless if you get on social media or not. All right, so if you're a person and you know that you're local, right, and I'm going to say this is for my old school hustlers, right, when we old school, right? We used to going outside, going door to door, going knocking on doors, being personable with people to get them to buy our goods and services. But the fact of the matter is that we can sell our goods and services all the way across around the world if we have a website. All right, so your website is going to be where we're going to be driving people to your website. Anytime you get on social media, you need to be on social media promoting your website. All right. So now, like I said, if you guys need some one-on-one counseling, of course, I do free 30-minute consults, of course, but go ahead and hit up my link tree. For those of you guys that are on TikTok, you can go ahead and hit that link in that bio. But again, I'm here to give you these basic business essentials so that way in 2025, we're going to go ahead and get our businesses started. All right. So you got your business website. Listen, one of the easiest websites for you guys to start is Webador. Listen to me. Webador is one of the most affordable and most easiest to maneuver websites that I've come across so far. All right. So, regardless of what industry that you've chosen, again, everything that I'm teaching you, you're going to do this. This is going to be your business startup for under $100. All right. You're not even going to reach the $100 mark by the time I get finished telling you all of these essentials. Okay. Except for the LLC. All right, the LLC is the only one that's going to be over $100. But virtually starting your EIN is going to cost you nothing, right? And then when we go ahead and get our business license, it may cost us $50. Again, different states are going to be different prices. But for me, if you're in the Georgia area, typically you're going to be able to do this for under $100, unless, of course, you're going into an industry that is, a high cost industry. Like I said, alcohol, right? Adult entertainment, you're definitely going to pay more than $100 for those types of credentials. All right. So once you decide to create that website, like I said, Webador is one of the easiest websites that I've come across. Right. Once you go ahead and do that, your job is to make sure that you have a name and a logo that is the same across all social media. All right, so let's talk about beginning our brand. Once you start that business, you need to make sure your logo and your name coincide and across every social media platform. If your brand is on there, you need to have that same brand across the board. All right. Every social media needs to have the same picture. And when they look at you, they need to know that it's you across every single platform. All right. So let's think about McDonald's, right? You know McDonald's when you see it. You know Burger King when you see it. You know KFC when you see it. You know TikTok when you see it. All right. So you don't go to different platforms and see different versions of one brand, right? So again, we need to work on consistency. Your brand needs to be the same across every social media platform. Every social media platform. Okay. Once you have your brand across every social media platform, you halfway there, because if you got your brand up, which this website is probably going to be a little bit of a headache. All right, either you're going to pay somebody to do it, which convenience is exactly why we're in this trouble. Either you're going to pay somebody to do it, or you're going to go through the blood, sweat, and tears to create your own website, because only you know the items that you need and what you want to sell. All right. So remember, one of the first things we talked about was making sure that we had a niche which went along with our name. So whatever our niche is, we know what industry we're gearing towards. And because we know beauty is a big industry, because we know that health and fitness is a big industry, because we know that relationships are a big industry, because we know that food is another big industry, there are top industries that rank from 1 to 10 that we can involve ourselves in, so that way we can increase, right, what we sell. We should not be trying to sell what we like. We need to be trying to sell what are the top trending products. All right. And on my live earlier, I already gave you guys the name of that app. All right. I already gave you guys on my that was my 3 o'clock show, I believe it was. All right. You guys are gonna use that app to find out the top trending products. And those are all of the products that we are looking to mentor. I mean, I'm sorry, those are all the products that we are looking to sell on all platforms. All right. Now, let's say for some of us, maybe we don't know what industry we want to get into. Just think about what it is that you want to sell. Maybe you're doing food and beverage, right? So, for instance, for me, I am going to be investing in some teas and coffees. There's a drop shipper for teas and coffees. So, most of the things that we want to sell, most of them have affiliate marketing programs, right? Some of them may be full, some of them may be having a wait list. However, it doesn't matter. Most of the things that we want to do and we want to sell, they have some sort of affiliate program where you can go ahead and become involved with that affiliate program and then be able to utilize those products as a part of your business, right? And if you wanted to utilize it for a TikTok seller or for, another affiliate platform, then you could do that as well. But like I said, you would be able to do that for your own platform, right? So if you know that something sells well on TikTok, it's probably going to sell well on your website. Okay. So I would definitely try to implement, right? If you're getting one stream of revenue that you know that it's working for you, I would definitely add another stream of revenue by adding that website. All right. That website can potentially give you another stream of revenue, if not more. All right. Now, when it comes to actually starting your business, listen, when we're talking about business and we're talking about business credit, if you start your business, then your business, the first 3 years, is going to be operated by your credit. All right, you guys. So if you have bad credit, okay, if you have bad credit the first 3 years when you start your business, right, you're not going to be able to get a good line of business credit, right? Your first 3 years, your credit is going to be propelled by you. And if you have bad credit, so does your business. That's why you're going to have to make sure you have a business bank account. All right. Your business bank account is what you're going to use to establish some type of credit over those 3 years. And this is why it's going to be important that you have a business bank account, and that business bank account has the funds that you use from your business. All right, the funds that you use from your business should be flowing through that business bank account. And when you go to file your taxes, whether you do it quarterly or semi annually or annually, all right, whenever you go to do your taxes, it should reflect the flow of income through your business account. All right. Now, if you want to pay yourself, that needs to be a reflection of that too. When you have your business account and you decide to write a check as a part of payroll, right? Because you're paying yourself. That's neither here nor there. It should still reflect that from your business bank account. All right. So everything from 601 on up, $601 and up. All right. It should reflect that every single month, how you are doing for the first 3 years, in order for you to establish any kind of credit for your business. And at your year 3 point, if you've done well, if you've paid your taxes, right, if you've opened up lines of credit that you did not need to use, then you should have no issues on year 3 getting your business line of credit. But there's a lot of opportunities around where people want to teach you how to get these hundreds of thousands of lines of credit and trade lines. And the fact of the matter is that they're still all propelled by credit. And even if you use a CPN, Even if it's used by CPN, you still need to have the proper credentials, and that money still needs to be paid back. And without a legitimate business, you are still committing what we call fraud. All right. So listen, you guys. We want to make sure that we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing the right way. So either you're gonna do your business every 3 months or annually, right? My suggestions is go ahead, start small, get you a website, claim all of that your first year. Okay. Keep in mind when it comes to starting your businesses, there are things you can claim. All right, like uniforms. All right. You can get a cell phone in the business name. That's another great way to start to establish business credit, right? Once you get your LLC or business license, that is what you're going to use to go to the bank and be able to apply for a business account, right? But those are also the credentials that you would use to go to get your cell phone, which is going to be in the business name. Okay. That's a great line of credit to start to work with. All right. Not only that, if you want to indulge in whatever you got the business account in, do a secured line of credit, right? If you know that you saved up $600, then you should be taking that $600, right? After your first year, right? Your first year, you plant your seed. When you file taxes, whatever money you get back on that business, that should be going to your business line of credit. All right. So even if you haven't done anything, even if you decide to take 50 or however much per week to pay yourself, right? Whatever little bit of sales that you generate on that first year basis, because you know you're still working your job and you're just, slow walking your business, that still would be good. So 5, 10, 15, $20 every week, right? For your first year, not too much, not too less, right? But when you get into your second year, you should be able to get that return back and use that return to now get you a business credit card. All right, now you're establishing credit. Okay. Now keep in mind, if we're gonna be able to do this, we gotta be able to do our own because the two are gonna work together into year three. All right. So once you go ahead and say, hey, maybe you'll get $1,200 back your second year because you're going to roughly spend about $1,200 to start your business, right? So your second year, you go ahead, you get a $1,200 refund. That refund should be used for your business, not for personal needs. All right. You cannot mix your personal needs with your business needs unless you're paying yourself. So that $1,200 should go back into the business. And like I said, that $1,200, your second year should go into getting a business credit card, right? That will be a secure business credit card. You're giving them $1,200 in the place to have their $1,200 because you want to build credit. And if you're not utilizing the credit, the better it's going to be, right? So you get that $1,200 credit card that you're going to be able to get back with those taxes. You're not going to use that credit card all year, right? Because we know we're going to get another refund. We want to continue to go ahead and use that same $25 a month. You guys remember, we committed to $25 a week to invest into our businesses. This is going to be year two, right? You got your return back. And now you're going to continue to put $25 a week into your business for the second year. All right. Now, at this point, we should be gaining some momentum, right? The little 5, $10 that we've been putting in our first year, we should double that because if, like I said, if we've been utilizing social media to promote our brand and our website, then we should see an increase in sales per the previous year, right? And remember that everything is still the same. If you're going to promote on one social media, you're going to promote the same on all. You're going to use the same tactics on all social media. You're going to create your own videos. You're going to create your own reviews. You're going to, post them X amount of times a day. You're going to be on there every day because this is the same energy you need to use for your own business, right? If they're requiring it for their business, you're going to need it for your business. Okay. So now that you know that you're year two, right? You got your $1,200 in credit that you're not going to touch for that business. You're still investing your 10, your 20, your $25 into your business. Yes, buy from yourself. Yes, have friends and family show. But if you're coming on 3 times a day, reporting people to your website, then you shouldn't have any problems. Right? You should definitely see an increase in sales the next year and figure out how much money you want to invest it back into yourself. How much money you want to invest back into your business? Because if you don't want to invest money back into your business, why would anybody want to invest into your business? Right? So as you go ahead and you say, "Hey, I am going to invest back in," I'm putting $25 a week, right, into my business. Year two, I've invested my total tax back into getting credit, right? So now I'm gonna invest an additional $10 a week in buying products from myself, purchasing products from myself. All of that goes into your business banking account. Your second year, and your second year, it should be about promotions. All right. You should be heavily promoting. You don't need a salesperson. You don't need a second individual. Again, unless you're doing an industry like food, something that is going to require more production. But you don't need more production until you have more demand. Right. So let's talk about what when we decide. Let's talk about pricing of these items, right? How we decide how much we are going to charge, because before we can properly break even, right, into year two, we have to understand what item we have and how do we make a profit from it, right? And I think sometimes some of us magically pick numbers out the sky when it comes to coming up with an amount, right? But when we decide how we're going to make a profit, we got to think about what it takes to create our product. All right, what does it take to create our product? What does it take, right? If you're doing a service, what is the time, right? If you're creating something, this is my thing, and this is what I want to say to my creators. If you are a fashion designer, if you are a uh, book writer, if you are someone who constantly makes things by hand, listen to me. They gotta wait. Nobody rushes Versace. Nobody rushes Chris Louboutin, right? They made their artworks, they made their pieces, right? And they have their craft. And when people like it, they gotta wait on it. So don't feel like because you're an artist creating something that people can't wait. Because if you're doing something of quality and value, you can't rush Van Gogh, right? You can't rush an artist who is doing something by hand. That is a quality and a craft. So when it comes to people actually wanting your product, be honest with them, right? Remember those Telfair bags. Remember those Yeezys, right? Sometimes they say, "Oh my gosh, y'all guys sold out. We only had X amount, but we it's gonna be 6 months before you get a pair. Either you can buy it or you don't." But the fact of the matter is that when people want your product, they're gonna wait, right? And anything that is like made personalized, something that's made of quality, people are made. They don't mind waiting. Okay. But please understand that in order for you to progress every year, right? That first year, not too many sales. So you're going to dedicate to putting $5 or $10 a week into your own business, right? Not saying you're not going to get any sales, but if you don't, it's okay, right? But your year two, you should definitely know however much it took for you to create this product, and then however much you decide to sell it for is going to determine what your profit is going to be. All right. So if you know that you spent $7 to create the product, then of course, why wouldn't you want to sell it for 14? Right. But now, if you sell it for 14 and then fly off the shelves, then let me tell you something. The next thing we're going to do is, because I know I got 6 months worth of make. Well, honey, I'm changing it to $21. That should slow down how many people buy it. Okay. Raise the price. If you know you can't keep up with the demand at the rate, that means it's too low. Everybody can afford it. Go up, and the more they demand it, the more you increase supply and demand, right? Okay. But as the product, always make sure that you know whatever you're getting your hands into, right? You're going to provide your guests with top quality service, and won't, if they have to wait, you gotta let them know. Give them an option to say, hey, listen, I'm backed up on orders, right? I can only fulfill 100 orders at a time. It takes me 3 days to make a batch of 10, so it's going to take at least, however many orders I got. It's going to take me at least 6 months. Let them know. It is what it is. They can either wait around for it or they can keep on moving, right? But typically, when people decide that they want to get something custom made or they want something from Versace, they're gonna wait the 6 months. If they want them Yeezys, they're gonna wait the 6 months, right? So if there's an item or a product that you have, they're gonna wait. They're gonna wait. All right. So now, like I said, year two, you should be getting more, right? If you have a idea on how much it takes to make that product, what you want to sell it for, of course you want to make double, right? If you know it took you $7 to make, of course you want to double it, 100% markup, right? But if you can do 200 and 300, that's even better, right? And then it gives you wiggle room. So if you want to go at a 200% markup, all right, boom. I $7. Well, then I'm a $21. I can sell it for, and then you can still give yourself a discount. So if you want to do a 200% markup, that's good too. You know what I mean? All right. So as you decide to sell your product, your year two, this is where your money should start coming in at, right? But keep in mind, as you start bringing in this money in this business, you have to pay taxes on anything over $600, right? So if you make over the $600 mark year two, you need to pay taxes on that money. And since the money is coming to you first, that means either quarterly or bi quarterly, you're going to have to go ahead and pay taxes on it. All right, you guys? You're going to have to pay taxes on it. It's your responsibility. And if you do not pay taxes on that money and they find out, you know what that means. Okay. All right. So now, by the end of that year, again, you should be able to get a refund. This should have a bigger refund. Why? Because you should have spent more money. You should have made more money. You should have paid your taxes. And again, whatever you invest in it, you should get all of that back. All right. And again, I would leave that um second year check that you're gonna get of a refund. I would leave that in the bank. What you spending it for? Do not double dip into your business funds unless you're paying yourself. And if you haven't made enough to pay yourself, then you don't get paid. But whatever you make, if you're going to pay yourself, you need to make sure that you write it in a check as a payroll to you paying yourself. And now you have to pay taxes on that money. Okay. Because if you're operating as a business, you're not going to be accountable for it. That is the company funds. But your company is still going to have to vouch that you made that money. All right. So once you go ahead and you pay your portion to yourself, you're going to pay taxes on that. And again, the rules remain the same. If you make more than $600 on your business, you're going to have to pay taxes on that money that you make. Don't get caught up and owe them at the end of the year. All right. Then your year three. Your year three should be your biggest year because this is where you should start to see your business thrive. If we know that we've been getting on social media 3 times a day, every day of the week, promoting our business and directing people to our website, then we should have generated more business if we've been following all of the steps. right? And of course, you know that one of the steps that we follow on social media is making sure that we created our niche, we picked that industry, and then we made sure we consistent. That's why we're doing the same thing 3 years in a row. And your third year, listen, that's your last time that they're going to give you a refund, because they're not going to keep giving you money for something if you're not putting in the work. If you're not successful at the third year with your business, either you're not serious about that business, or that business is null and void. And like, what kind of business are you doing to where it's not making any money, right? So you have 3 years to make the best, 3 years to make the best of your business when it comes to getting money from your taxes. Okay. All right. Now that you've got to your third year, keep in mind you're gonna have to make sure you build your own website. So y'all gotta join me on Mondays, because I'm gonna be back when it comes to joining your when it comes to creating your website. But like I said, you're gonna catch me at coacht.net. All right, coacht.net is where you're gonna find me at. All right, you guys, I'm not going to bring that up on that screen yet, but I am going to make sure that the next time I come on, I have something on the background, because that's where you're going to be able to find me, is coacht.net. If you guys want to go ahead and get access to my link tree, go ahead, check me out on my TikTok page. I will be back. It is the best coach t.linktree. All right, Best Coach T at Linktree. If you guys want to go ahead and get a quick copy of everything I spoke about today. And again, keep in mind on Mondays, we're going to be doing websites. So if you are ready to go ahead and go start that business, right? Monday, we're going to be doing websites. We're going to start at the same time, 8 o'clock on Monday. All right. So this is the point where you jot down all the notes between now and then. And when we come together on Monday, I'm going to be walking you step by step on doing your starting your website basics. Okay. And again, I'm going to have that ebook ready for you. So if you guys want to go ahead and get that ebook, it is only $9.99. You'll be able to go ahead and do that. When we do our websites, also, I'm going to be teaching you guys every day of the week something new. So if you want to know about digital products and creating e-courses, okay, business to business e-courses, we're going to be working on that as well. All right. So of course, this is going to be a step-by-step process. All right. On Mondays, not only are we going to be doing websites, we're going to be doing the beginning of the business, right? On Tuesdays, we're going to be doing social medias, right? So we're going to be talking about coming up with our emails, coming up with our social media platforms for our brand, coming up with our logos, and different things that is going to help us when it comes to navigating our brand, our canvas, different things depending on what it is we want to do. So again, that's going to be your ebook day on Tuesday, right? Because once we get our websites going, then we're going to start learning about all of the different things that we can put on that website. And again, make sure you bring your pens and paper. And if you don't, feel free to grab the ebook. All right. On Wednesdays, we're going to be talking about doing drop shipping and sales. All right. So for those of us that are looking into maybe creating our own items or wanting to start our own storefronts because we want to sell from other people who have the merchandise and we sell for them. That's your Shopify's, right? Your Alibaba's, your Etsy's, right? Things that you want to create and put on there to sell or get from them to sell from your website. That's going to be our Wednesdays. All right. When it comes to our Thursdays, it's going to be our affiliate program. So everything affiliates. All right. Whether it's the TikTok shop affiliate, whether it's the River affiliate, right? Or whether it's individual affiliates, we're going to talk about affiliate marketing, digital products, affiliate programs, how to join, how to do commissions, right? And how to be able to, again, link your own to go along with these affiliate programs. So Thursdays are going to be a really busy day, but it's going to be kind of a conflation of Monday through Wednesday. All right, you guys. And then when we get to Friday, that's going to be big business, fuel your business Fridays. And those are going to be the days where I'm going to be doing interviews. So if you guys want to talk about your business, if you guys want to use the platform to promote your business, that's what I want to do. All right. So fuel your business Fridays is what I'm going to be doing on Fridays, and all of your answers that you may have to be answered about your business, any kind of questions, things like that, we can do it there. But again, I definitely want to use Fridays to fuel your business. So we'll come on, we'll do an interview, we'll talk about your business, we'll let you spread the word about your business, let them know where they are, give you a shout out, and we'll go from there. All right. And of course, Saturdays and Sundays, I go all hip hop. All right. And so, well, Friday night I go hip hop, and then Saturday I go hip hop as well. But I'm gonna be getting out on the streets on Saturdays, right? So we're gonna be doing some things together. I want to thank you guys so much, and remember, if you guys need or are interested in this business information, go ahead and leave your info. Go ahead and drop in my inbox. Let me know. I'll get back to you. In the meantime, you're gonna reach me at coacht.net. All right, coacht.net is where you're going to be going for the website. And you can catch me on all social media. So y'all go ahead to my TikTok. Again, bestcoacht.linktree. You can catch me there. And I want to thank you guys again for joining me. Remember, I'm your business bestie. I'm back every week with everything you need to know about starting your business, creating your website, and building multiple streams of revenue. All right, you guys. I know this was a lot, but go ahead next time, bring your pens and papers. And again, slide on over to my TikTok social media. Y'all go ahead and show me some love. If you're just getting started when it comes to content creation, I'm here for that too. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'll see you next time. All right. So let's get ready to start our businesses 2025. We will rise. I'll see y'all later. Thank you, bunches. And bye.